One of the best assault rifles in Call of Duty Vanguard is undoubtedly the first one unlocked, the STG44. But considering there are 10 different slots in which to fit attachments for it, it can be a bit overwhelming to know how best to build it out. Here's what we use for the STG44 in multiplayer. Hope it helps. A quick note before we start. You'll have to level the STG44 to get all the attachments here, so it can take quite a bit of time to get it to where you want, around level 70 or so. But you can equip things as you go, and, in order to level as quickly as possible, make sure you use your weapon XP tokens if you have them, and play as Roland, as this assault rifle is his favorite weapon, and you'll receive a boost to weapon XP. Also, if you get sick of multiplayer, you can still level it up by playing zombies. Here's a screen you can pause if you just want to see which attachments we'll be going over. Here we go. For this build, you'll mostly want attachments that focus on recoil control and accuracy, without sacrificing damage. We also take a lot of negative dings to sprint to fire speed in this build, so stop and pop really isn't the way to go with this weapon. This is more a build for tactical pacing matches, and when paired with the shotgun or SMG when you take the overkill perk, you should have everything you need for your short-range engagements. First, we'll want the F8 stabilizer on the muzzle. For the barrel, we'll equip either the VDD 760mm 05B or the KRAUSNICK 620mm Precision. Go for the former if you're focusing on center mass, and the latter if you want to focus on headshots. For the optic, a lot of this will depend on what you're comfortable with, but I prefer the G16 with the default reticle. It's just enough magnification that I still feel accurate and somewhat snappy without zooming into a range that's farther than intended for an assault rifle. If you want something even snappier with a bit less magnification, I'd personally go with the Mark III SUNFILTER. As far as stocks go, you have to wait to unlock it until weapon level 68, but the VDD34S weighted is going to be the best for long ranges. Until then, I'd stick with the KONSTANZ Tactical. For the underbarrel, go with either the M1941 handstop or the M1930 STRIFE angled. On paper, the M1941 should work better for this build, but I think the M1930 just feels better. In the magazine slot, I prefer the 7.62 Gorenko 30-round mags. The extra ammo from the Kurtz drums is nice, but the penalty to reload speed and the loss of all that extra recoil control isn't really worth it in my opinion. And I also use lengthened for my ammo type. While leveling, use the rubber grip for recoil control, and then switch to the stippled grip once you hit level 67. On the proficiency slot, I use sleight of hand for reload speed, and then surplus for extra XP on my kit. Once leveled, I'd probably use fully loaded.
Capturing bacon!
It always revitalizes me.
And that's the build we're currently using for the STG44 in multiplayer. A lot of these will probably require small changes to fit your comfort level, but this is a pretty good starting point. See anything you'd change? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. And while you're here, check out 17 things to know about the new Zombies mode in Vanguard, and our multiplayer tips and tricks. For everything else Call of Duty, you're already in the right place. IGN.
Ready for